Welcome to Golden Energy 1111. I'm Mama Nova, a supreme supernova that is gassed out. And I'm back with another video. I had to, first of all, I want to say I hope everybody is safe, in a stable state of mind, that you have your faith within yourself, your divine source within you, regardless of any situation that you are facing, dealing with, and I hope that you have enough strength to continue to endure. I got a little tongue-tied just now because it's a mosquito in here that I know is a monitoring spirit, and it just flew past me, and yeah. Collective, we all are on different timelines, and right now, during my timeline, this is definitely a tower moment for me. But I must say that I brought my own tower down because I was just tired and exhausted, frustrated, over it, drained, not seeing my work generate what I felt. I felt like I'm just going in circles, just busting my ass physically, working day and night, not able to do nothing else, barely able to wash my face, barely able to cover and clean my house, not able to cook, gotta keep eating out because I'm always on the go, and I had to come to the realization that I don't want to do this anymore. I don't care what nobody think about me because this is my life. The only people I'm concerned about is my two daughters, that they are depending on me, well, counting on me as their parent, and me not being able to provide what I know they deserve more than anything in this world. These children deserve so much more than I have been able to give them, but most of all, so much more than what I've been able to give them. I want to say maybe the last 6 months, or maybe a year, or maybe 2 years, 3 years. It has been, I was about to say difficult, but I'm going to say challenging, going from the realization of I'm a Christian, I'm loving my family regardless of what, to me, shutting everybody out of my life because I felt betrayed, I felt used. But not only that, my own son, my own flesh and blood that I birthed, really drugged me down. So collective, please be careful of who you're extending your care and help to, because that very person could be the one that bring you down. All that you worked for so hard and sacrificed for, and as soon as you at that door of a new beginning, here come the opposition. And you got to be prepared to realize that that's the opposition. You're not going to think that your own child is your opposition. Now, I knew that my child did not care for me as much as I wished he had throughout the years, with him being disrespectful and talking about me behind my back, being manipulative, but I really didn't know my child. I really, really did not know the characteristics that my child had. And I had to go through that last chapter with him, which I sacrificed my space, my peace, all so much fucking energy that I had accumulated of being on a straight path, being healed, doing my tarot, making my videos, getting back on the road because my license was suspended for some time, getting my license back, getting back into a car, and here come the pity party. And I used the Kipper's deck. I'm gonna get it. I used the Kipper's deck. And the poverty card in this deck, to me, looked like my child. With the hair, the way he's sitting. The last I did a reading, at the bottom of the deck was the ancestors. I'm looking for the poverty card. It looked like my child, and I got the understanding that he was having a hard time. And so I welcomed him, going against my own judgment, going against my own intuition. And I know that's why this trial that I'm enduring is this severe for me, being a Cancer, sun sign Cancer, but I'm Pisces moon at the end of the day. Cancer, fourth house, family, having your house in order. I'm not right because my house not in order. I'm not right because my bill's not in order. I'm not right because I can't focus and be creative as I know I want to be until that is taken care of. And my living situation ain't been in order ever since. Well, it was before I brought my son in here, but I had did the work, the dedication. I mean, out on a bus stop 4:30 in the morning in the freezing cold. It was nights that I stood in the ATM, the little booth at the bank, that I stood in there because the bus only run a certain time and I didn't have enough money to catch a lift, and it's late at night, freezing cold. Like, I really sacrificed and went through that trial to arrive to a certain space. That's why we gotta be careful, collective, because people only see what you have, but they don't see all of the sacrifices, the dark nights of the soul, all of the hard work and dedication you put into something. And I'm grateful still at the end of the day. Like, for one, collective, if you is enduring some hardship right now, you have to know that you already endured so much already in your life. And this is not like the hardest thing that you ever had to endure. And this is what the opposition don't understand, is that you have so much strength. I have so much strength. And I have faith, knowing that it's going to work in my favor eventually. The scales have to balance. So many people that I cared for and still do. That's the crazy part. As a divine being, earth angel, a star, however you call yourself, a goddess, a god, because you have a loving nature, you still have love for people. They hurt you, they betrayed you, try to sacrifice you, and you still love them. You're not doing what they do is wishing harm on them. Now, it has been times where you had to call forth judgment because they relentless, right? They're not stopping. They're not stopping the witchcraft. They're not stopping the rituals. They're not stopping the projections. They're not stopping the astral projections in your sleep. They're not stopping focusing on you. They're not stopping lurking in the shadows. They're not stopping with the monitoring spirits. They're not stopping the threats. They're not stopping. They're not stopping, right? So what are you to do but to call forth judgment on all your enemies? Because you deserve to live just like anybody else. You deserve the greatest things in this world, just like anybody else. It's more than enough. Earth is plentiful. Gaia is plentiful. It's more than enough resources. God gave me the opportunity to do Amazon Flex. And I've been exposed to some of the most massive houses, estates, just humongous land that I didn't even know was possible for a family to have behind the gates. I've been exposed to communities. I went to this one, I want to say it's a camping ground, but it was more like maybe a club with summer homes. And you could tell like people were just coming back. Like the last time they was there maybe was Christmas or something like that. And it just was full of just activities, a whole bunch of grass, beaches, private pools, and I just could not believe what I was seeing because I did not know that this is something I could be doing. This is somewhere I could be living. This is a way for me, my children could be experiencing this. The children, they out riding their bikes, they having fun with their friends. Nobody looked like me there, but you know, collective. I brought my own tower down. I ain't trying to impress nobody far as materialistic things because throughout my life material things have came and went. And I do not get attached to these things because they come and go, right? Nothing is forever here in Gaia. Okay? Now our spirits is eternal. But as far as the material existence, that is temporary. It's only going to last for so long before Gaia take it back. It has to go back to the source, right? Where it came from. Just like our spirit return back to the source. Or some of these, I was about to say demonic, I would say demonic, dense entities and beings, I'm sure that they are tired and want to return back to source. They are tired of the chaos that they are creating. Now, I knew that I was going to be going through different trials and tribulations due to the fact that I'm no longer worshiping a God that's not my God. Okay? I knew it was going to be challenges that I was going to face because now I'm aware and I'm not putting my energy or pulling my energy from this being, this entity, this deity, or however you want to call this energy. I'm no longer associating my source with this energy. So, of course, now here come the opposition, the archons, to create these illusions to what? To make me feel like a failure. Anytime that me feeling like a failure, or how can I say, anytime me feeling like a failure is trying to sink into my mind, I think about my cousin. I have a cousin who was more like a brother because we grew up in the same household as children, teenage, young adult. We faced some of the same opposition within our family. And he passed away around Christmas time, this past Christmas. And he's a young man. And I feel, and he lost his job. And he had some dealings with alcohol. And I feel like definitely he was taken out by another family member, meaning she did witchcraft. And I feel like he was not mentally strong enough, emotionally strong enough, and that's how come he was easily able to be taken out of here because basically he had given up hope in life, hope in his ability, himself. He felt less than a man, and therefore the spell work that was being sent to him was able to work because he didn't have the defenses up to fight off these oceans that is there to bring you down to the ground. What more would your enemies rejoice seeing you in the ground? Because ain't that what they've been attempting to do all of this time? I had to really come to the realization that, goddamn, my family been trying to kill me this whole time. Like literally. Because you couldn't have been trying to help me live. Because how did you expect for somebody to live with so much pain? I'm aware that I have family members all day and night just wishing they hear such bad news about my life because I'm not reaching out to them on no level. They're not going to reach out to me and apologize. They're not going to reach out because that will show that I was right of what I was saying to you this whole time. Or I'm justified in why I ended this relationship. No, they're not going to go hell and take karmic accountability as I have done. Okay? Because I'm hoping, I'm thinking about the ancestors again. I'm hoping, I still have hope within me that one day I'm healed enough, strong enough that, okay, I'll be able to have some kind of communication with family members that I feel like, now that I'm aware of how to protect myself or how to be vulnerable around people and how not to be vulnerable, that I can have some kind of relationship with these people. And that's a hope, but it may not be a possibility, but I do still hope for that. But I'm not ever hoping somebody's injured or broke or suffering. Never. I'm not. See, at one point in time, I would be sad if I'm not talking to certain people and stuff like that. But I always feel like I do better on my own. Now, I'm being put back into hermit mode. Yep. Collective, you might be being put back into hermit mode. And I'm going to connect with nature, the elemental spirits, do some sun gazing, moon gazing, and really, how can I say, get my mental state together that I've been ripping and running all over goddamn Maryland, which I'm grateful though because now I know where I want to be at. I found a beautiful just so beautiful, peaceful, and I didn't feel so rushed when I was there. I didn't feel like I needed to be tense. Like my nervous system basically was able to relax. So collective, make sure that you are letting yourself be aware of new things, people, places, and things. Like even the hair store they had there, the prices was insane. I'm like, man, these wigs cost this much. I just imagining all the things that I would be able to do when I move there. My heart knows that's my end game, that I'm going to move there. Now, how I'm getting there, how long it's going to take me to get there, I don't have the answers for that. And it's not for me to figure that out because the universe will do what it do. It's a technique that I was introduced to that I'm going to share once I try it out myself to see how it works. If I'm able to actually manifest certain things in my life that I really desire in my heart because I know I deserve them because I'm a child of God. I know I deserve them because my heart is in the right space. I know I deserve them because this world is set up for me to lose and fail, and I'm still here. And back to what I was saying about my cousin, anytime any negative thoughts, far as like giving up, feeling like a failure, or like I don't have the strength to overcome, I think of my cousin that he's no longer here in the physical. And how dare I still be in the physical and not keep going on? I felt him just now. Because the same person that did witchcraft on him is and has been doing witchcraft on me. They have basically attempted to destiny swap with me and steal my portion. But basically, they have stolen a lot of money from me illegally. And I know that this person don't want me to still be here because I'm holding them accountable. I'm asking for justice. They know that they stole this money from me. I did not know for a very long time, and then I became aware that they stole a lot of money from me. And when I say from me, meaning they went to the court and put stuff in my name that was illegal, and now they're receiving money from something that supposed to have been for me. Yeah, the state that I live in allowed somebody to do that. And I want justice, whether it's cosmic, earth justice, I want the justice. So, but I know that this person is doing like they kind of find out this person just been doing spell work damn near all their lives. I know that collective, you can remember maybe your grandmother throwing salt by the door, different techniques that she was using. Like my grandma always had salt, always kept flowers around, always, so many plants. Her being the magician, the alchemist that she is, us being children, not really understanding what was going on. So, yeah, collective. I'm about to make some dinner. I want you all to enjoy the rest of your evening. If you made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate you so much because you could have been doing anything else with your time. I hope that you got something out of this video. If you're going through any financial hardship or feeling like you are alone, you're not. You are a divine being, a divine source within you, and it's up to you whether you want to charge that source up and get what you know you deserve, or you want to let these energies take you over, take you down, and then take you out of here. willing to give up. I'm not. I don't care what it looked like in this 3D. I am not going to give up. But I also know that I had to go through these situations because if not, how am I to learn? Like I said, who would think that their own child is their opposition? You could look online and see what's going on with Tay and his mom and all that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know too much all about that situation, but I know that I cut my mother off because she was using me and bringing a whole lot of negativity to my home. She kept breaking promises. She kept taking things. She just was not reliable. And you gotta realize that people, because you're an earth angel, I had to realize, because it's always like people confessing to me and shit. Like, they explaining this happened, that happened. Like, damn near my whole life, people always want to, like, just confess. They'll be telling me reasons why. And now that I'm aware of, like, life to the point that I'm aware of now, because you always keep getting new awarenesses. And I know better than to not acknowledge that shadow side within myself and in somebody else. And before waking up and realizing the truth about a lot of people, places, and things, I was always just saying the good in people. And that's how, like, I'm in the predicament I'm in now. Because I was always just saying the good. No, I see the good in you. But I also see that shadow side too. And I'm not going to act like I don't see it. Because divine source, my angels, my ancestors is letting me see this devil right here. I can see it. I can see the energy. I can see it through your eyes. I can see it through your face. I can see it. I can hear it through your words. Why would you make that statement? Or just because you didn't hold the door for that young lady? That's all I needed to know. That was all I needed to know. It's like I'm getting a whole preview of somebody's whole demeanor or their capabilities, far as what level of demonicness this person is capable of, especially after being aware, becoming aware of the shadow side of my own son, my own child, which I gave birth to him in 2000. So that means he will be 26 years old this year. His birthday is 7 days after mine. 9 days. I said 7. 9 days after mine. And it was very painful to hear my son speak the way he did to a woman and talk about how he talked about her child. I didn't raise him that way. And it don't matter if you raise your child a certain way. It's magic squares, as Uriel would say. But it's oppositional energies that is already constructed in your environment to distract your child and have your child go down a certain path. But not only that, I have to take accountability because I was telling my child, trust in God and giving my child a Bible. The same way my grandmother, because it wasn't my mother, it was my grandmother and my grandfather gave me a Bible when shit was getting hard. So, and I had to come to the realization that, damn, they tricked me, which caused me to fucking trick my child. And the trick was go to school, get a degree, get a job. Not learning about credit and stocks and entrepreneurship and saving money and investing and being a boss in that type of way. No, they wanted me to be a worker bee and not a queen bee. It's okay because I don't desire to be so out in the forefront as you can see by me in this making this video. But yeah, collective. It's a new technique that I was introduced into, and I'm going to do it faithfully. Put my whole heart into it because, like another video I watched, what do I have to lose? But I have everything to gain. By doing this technique, and from my research, this technique works and has been working over hundreds of years. So I'm excited about becoming aware of this technique, and I'm going to put it to use, and I'm going to update you and let you know if I feel like this is a credible technique and something that the collective can use to manifest the life that you know you deserve. I know I deserve to have my bills paid, not to keep robbing Peter to pay Paul, not to keep working so hard where I have back pain, foot pain, from just all kind of shit. I'm not a lazy person, but I know I shouldn't have to work this hard to maintain, and then working that hard and still can't maintain. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Yo, it hurt to see a older grandma having to go to work at Amazon. Like, what is somebody grandmother doing up at Amazon? Not to say they shouldn't want to work, but like, what happened here? Like, what's the disconnect out here? Prices is so high on stuff, and shit is so overrated. Um, and then becoming aware of these estates and properties and people living a certain way, and I'm like, hold up, where do these people work? Like, how do they have this money? It feels like to me that the city I live in is feeding the rest of the counties around me. They don't have no speed cameras. I'm trying to deliver packages and figure out where I'm going. I gotta go down this little road that's tucked up off the side of all this grass, and I got cars speeding behind me doing twice the speed limit. Ain't no cops out there to stop nobody. Ain't no speed camera. But don't you dare go 5 miles over the speed limit in the city. And then I put two and two together and realized that all the tolls is to get in and out of the city. So I really feel like this city that I live in, that I'm born in and live in, feeds the outer counties. Far as the people that's putting all these structures in the city, you got people living all on top of each other in apartments and little teeny houses, when you got the audacity to have 4 people living on a property that's bigger than my whole freaking block. That don't make sense. But I said I was going to end this video. I'm going to digress right now because I know that I have to narrow in on my own personal situation versus, and still care about, the overall, but I can only go so deep with that because I don't have the resources to make a change in those areas right away. Or I might do. Just me speaking about it. But I know that I need to focus on putting a lot of energy into fixing my stability, which my stability is really thrown off. I'm going to put my cash app. I'm going to put my cash app in the description box. Anybody hear this? If you want to donate anything, you feel compelled. It's not necessary. But hey, I'm taking a chance. I didn't make this video to get no money, but if anybody hear this and you gotta, if you feel compelled to donate to my Cash App, I would appreciate it.